Om Shanti. This is Sakar Murli of 1st December 2023. Essence. Sweet children, by coming to this school, you receive instant attainment. Each jewel of knowledge that of the Father gives you property through the hundreds of thousands. Question. Why does the intoxication that Baba gives you diminish? What is the way for you to keep your intoxication always high? Answer. Intoxication diminishes when you go out and see the faces of your relatives and haven't become destroyers of attachment. In order for you keep your intoxication always high, learn to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the Father. Baba, I belong to you. You then send to me heaven, and I experiences happiness for 21 births, and then become unhappy. I have now come once again to claim the inheritance of happiness. Become a destroyer of attachment, and your intoxication will always remain high. Song. Song is to live in your lane and to die in your lane. Om Shanti. Those words did you hear? The gopis and gopis. To whom do you say it? To the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, Shiv Baba. A name is definitely needed. You says, Baba, I belongs to you, while alive in order to become the part of the garland around your neck. By remembering you alone, I will become part of the garland around your neck. The rosary of Rudra is very well known. The Father has explained that all souls are part of the rosary of Rudra. This is a spiritual tree. That is a genealogical tree of the human beings, and this is the tree of souls. The tree has sections, a section of deities, a section of those of Islams, a section for Buddhists. No one else can explain these things. Only the God of the Gita tells you this. He alone is the beyond birth and death. He cannot be called one who never talks birth. It is just that he doesn't enter the cycle of the birth and death. He doesn't have a physical or a subtle body. In the temples, they worship the Sivalingam. They call that the Supreme Soul. They go in front of deities, idols, and sing this praise. They could never say salutations to the Supreme Soul, Brahma. They always consider Shiva to be Supreme Soul. They say salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva, that is the incorporeal God. To another is the subtle region, and this is the corporeal world. Now, you children know that here you doesn't give knowledge of the God being omnipresent. If God were also in this one, you could say to him salutations to the Supreme Soul. You doesn't say salutations to the Supreme Soul. When he is in the body, in fact, the words used are the great soul, charitable soul, and sensible souls. It is never said great Supreme Soul. There are doesn't even these terms, charitable Supreme Soul or sensible Supreme Soul. These matters have to be understood. Only you children know that you become to this school. You receive the attainment of instant fruit. Through this study, we will become deities in the future. No one else can say this. You are the ones who is changed from human beings into deities. Lakshmi and Narayan are the well-known ones among the deities. This is why people speak of the story of the true Narayan. There could definitely be Lakshmi and Narayan. They doesn't say the story of the true Rama, They say it is story of the true Narayan. Acha, what will happen through that? Ordinary man will change into the Narayan. You could hear the story of the barrister from the barrister and become the barrister. You become here to attachment of future 21 births. The attainment of the future 21 births is received when it is confluence says. You know that you have to become here to claim the inheritance of the golden age kingdom from the Father. However, first of all, there has to be formed faith that Shiv Baba is our Baba. He is also the Baba of this Brahma. So, he is the Dada, grandfather of the BKs. This father, Brahma, says, "This is not my property. You receive the grandfather's property." Shiv Baba has the wealth of the jewel of knowledge. Each jewel of property worth hundreds of thousands. The value of it is so high that no one could have even drama of the fortune of the kingdom of 21 births. Although people have been worshipped Lakshmi and Narayan, no one knows how they attained their status. They have said that the duration of the golden age is hundreds of thousands of years, and this is why they are unable to understand anything. You know that it is now 5,000 years since you come to the rule of kingdom. Then the story is said to be begin with the first era. Long ago, there used to be kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the Bharat. Bharat is called paradise, heaven. This is not of anyone intellect. The children now know that the duration of the cycle is 5,000 years. Whatever is written in those scriptures is fixed in the drama. There is just one Jagadamba, but they make so many idols for her. So Saraswati Jagadamba is the daughter of Brahma. It doesn't that she has 8 or 10 arms. The father says all of that of the path of devotion. There is none of that this knowledge. You just have to remain in silent and remember the father. There are many daughters who have never ever seen Baba. They return, "Baba, you don't know me, but I know you very well. You are the same Baba. I will definitely claim my inheritance from you." Many have visions even while sitting at home. Even though some don't have vision, they have continued to write. While in remembrance, they become completely embroiled in love. The Father alone is the bestower of the salvation. You should love Him so much. Children definitely climbing to their parents because parents give their children happiness. However, parents of today don't give happiness. They trap the children in vice even more. The father says, "Past is past. You are now receiving guidance. Children, leave aside the things of the sword of lust and become pure. Because you now have to go to the land of Sri Krishna. There is the kingdom of the Sri Krishna in the golden age. They have Sri Krishna in the copper age. It doesn't that the prince of the golden age could come and speak to Gita in the copper age. He has to become Sri Narayan and rule the golden age. God speaks at this time. All human beings have the devilish nature. The God is the Gita comes to make them into those with the divine nature. Instead of the father's name, they have instead the name, and children have the even sword that child if the copper is. This too is a big mistake. then they cannot prove the existence of the Yadavas and Pandavas at this time. The father says, "Children, you belongs to the elevated deity clan, and so why has your condition now become like this? I am now once again making you into the deities. Human beings cannot make human beings into the kings and heaven. Human beings could not establish heaven. It is such a big mistake to call a soul of supreme soul. Sannyasis cannot change human beings into deities. This is the work of the Father alone. Those who belongs to the Arya Samaj could make others into those who belongs to the Arya Samaj. Christians could make others into Christians. Whomever you go there, they could make into the same themselves. The deity religion exists in the golden age, and so the Father has to come at the confluence age. This is the Mahabharat war, and through this war there will be your victory. After destruction, there will be cries of victory. You know that destruction is definitely going to take place. Today, when someone is seated on the throne, they could not take long to dethrone him. Could you call this heaven? This is completely hell. It is a mistake to call it heaven. People are so unhappy. If someone is born today, there is a great joy and happiness. However, if someone dies, there is sorrow. Here, you have to become a destroyer of attachment to everyone. Otherwise, Baba could never tell you to go out of service. Baba says, I have destroyed attachment. Why should I have attachment to something? I am not a householder. You children know that this haystack truly in the going to be set on fire. Destruction does not take place. When you give to the lecturer, tell them to come and claim their inheritance from the unlimited Father. You receive a limited inheritance from your limited Father. You have to take 63 births in this hell. I have come to give you inheritance of heaven for 21 births. So it is the inheritance of the Ravan good, or is the Rama good? If the inheritance of the Ravan is good, then why do you burn this efficacy? Do you ever burn Shiv Baba, Sri Krishna? Never burned. This is the community of Ravan. All are born through vice. This is the brothel, the ocean of poison. That is the viceless Sivalai, the ocean of nectar. Then show Vishnu laying in the sea of the milk, but there cannot be the ocean of milk. Milk becomes with a cow. They say that God is omnipresent, that they say Sivoham, I am Siva, because they remain pure. However, they cannot say to others, God is you. God is not in you because you are impure. The soul says, I am now becoming made pure by the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. And then, when I am pure, I will rule the kingdom. You have received the last of the inheritance countless times. The cycle of the dharana drama is now to your intellect. The Father explains, all of you are the Parvatis and I am Shiva. The stories etc. refer to here. There are no stories etc. in the subtle region. You are told to the stories of the immortality to make you into the mystics of the land of immortality. That is the land of immortality. There is nothing but happiness there. In the land of death, there is sorrow from the beginning through this the middle to the end. All of this is explained to you so well. The effort of those who claim their inheritance from the Father is the previous cycle also continue now. However, many missionaries have been up to the present time. There were just as many missionaries previously too, although Baba says that you are slack in the service. You are also understood that you are doing the same service that you did in the previous cycle. Nevertheless, you have to continue to make effort. Storms make too small earthward lamp flux. Boatments of everyone is the one Father. There is saying, make my boat across. The destiny is, the drama is created in this way. All will go to the old world. There are only a few there. Here, there is so few for you. Although there will be the many of at the end. There is difference of day and night. All of them are the community of Ravan. The Father makes your intoxication rise very high. However, when you see the faces of your friends and families, this intoxication decreases. It shouldn't happen like that. It is said to souls. Have to heart conversation with the Father. Baba, I belongs to you. You send me to heaven. I rule a kingdom of 21 births and then attain sorrows of 61 births. I will have definitely claimed my inheritance for you. Baba, you are so good. I forgot you half a cycle. Baba says this drama is predestined. It is also my duty to become every cycle and liberates you children from the Maya and then make you into the Brahmins that tells you secrets of the beginning, middle and the end of the world. I come when I have to create heaven. You are now beginning to angels. You are given visions of the purity. You also have to become destroyers of the attachment. If someone says to Baba, Baba, should I on service? Baba could say, if you have destroyed attachment, you are a master. You can go wherever you want. Why are you confused? You are a master. You have to show the path to the blind. It is because you doesn't destroy your attachment that you ask. If you had destroyed attachment, you could run. You could not be able to stay here. The destruction is high. The Father surrenders himself to the serviceable souls. This Baba is the first number. Everyone has renunciation, but this one has to be first number. Baba says, become soul conscious. That is, consider yourself to be bodiless. The unlimited Father is giving you to the inheritance of 21 births. Acha, how does he come? He is written, creation is the created through the mouth of Brahma. And so he could surely enter Brahma. Brahma alone is called Prajapita. Therefore, come and claim your inheritance from the unlimited Father. There is no question of the being embarrassed about the explanation these things. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Spiritual children says namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First point, like Father Brahma, you have to climb a number ahead in the renunciation. in order to become the part of the garland around the neck of Rudra. You have to surrender yourself while alive. Second point, in order to become the serviceable, become a destroyer of the attachment. Show the path to the blind. Blessing. May you have happiness in your mind and chase away of all the illnesses and become even healthy. It is said, when your mind is happy, the world is happy, whereas from an illness of the mind, your whole body becomes pale. If your mind is well, no, you not the feel of anything, the illness of the body. Even if your body is not well, your mind is the wealthy because you have your very good nourishment of the happiness. This nourishment chases away illness and make you forget it. So when your mind is happy, the world is happy and your life is happy, and this is why you are ever healthy. Slogan. Know the importance of the time and you will become full of all treasures. Om Shanti.